Hello everybody, welcome to How to Play Like a WAP Pro. Today I'm going to be playing in the Badger. Before I start the video, which this is something you can skip through if you're not interested, but I wanted to mention that I'm starting a coaching business with Ferret, who is a Fines player in the North American server. He's a very good player. He plays on my small format team. Our coaching service offers paid coaching lessons. If you're interested, there will be more information in the description of the video, a link to join a Discord server where you can ask Ferret10 for more information on the coaching. There's also free resources available there too if you're not interested in the coaching. More information on that in the description. But without further ado, let's talk about the Badger. So my game just froze. Let's go over the field mods first. Field mods for this tank. I always pick reinforced suspension on TDs. This is a very important field mod. It gives you 30% track durability as well as much better terrain resistances, so it makes you much faster. This hull traverse speed is basically negligible because the maintaining speed when crossing all terrain types also increases your hull traverse speed, so I would always pick left on every single TD. Parallax is standard. I pick this one because the -2 concealment is puny. Like, look at this. My after firing is 4%. I click on this, it's 4.4%. That's like no difference at all. So I always pick right on every single tank, including the Sturv, for random battles anyway. For this one's a bit trickier. I pick the reload time for random battles at least. I don't know. I am playing the tank with like one of the highest DPMs in the game, so I just decided to do that. For the last one, I picked the better reverse speed. I think it's more important than the engine power because on TDs you usually have terrible reverse speed. This one included with the Bond Turbo, I only have 18 reverse speed. And that's with this field mod. Without this, it would be even slower, so I definitely would recommend picking that one. For equipment, this tank is pretty easy. HP Turbo Rammer, you should just run that. With Bond Hardening, you can get in with the first field mod on this tank, the top left. 30% extra suspension, you can get up to 570 track health, so someone will have to do over 570 damage to your track in order to track you, so only something like a 60 TP will be able to track you, which is kind of insane. Turbo, this tank needs a turbo. You should have rammer and turbo on both loadouts, 100%, and you should definitely have a hardening loadout, and it should be your main loadout. The only other viable piece of equipment, in my opinion, is like an aiming unit, rotation mechanism, or vents. But the track health is just so important on this tank that I use this loadout pretty much exclusively. This tank gets a lot of rounds, so I bring a ton of extra HE because this tank has, I think it's 130, yeah, 130 HE pen with pretty good alpha. So I make use of a lot of HE in this tank. What is this tank good at? It's good at playing hull down, and it's good at just trading with people because of its great DPM. And that's pretty much it. It's a pretty straightforward tank, but we're gonna have some battles in it, and I'll go through my thought process as I'm playing it regardless. Okay, so for the first battle we get Malinovka, standard, and it's all tier 10s. They have a lot of TDs, only one arty. I'm not really looking forward to this game because it's gonna involve a lot of driving, which is not fun because this thing is very slow. If you can afford to put on a bounty or Bond Turbo, then I would highly recommend it because it's much better than a regular turbo since you can't boost. There's no mobility slot for TDs even after you get all the field mods. It doesn't get that as an option, so you can't boost a regular turbo. So bounty and Bond are just much better than an unboosted turbo. I'm gonna make my way to the hill. I think camping in base in this matchup is probably a dumb idea. I don't think I can cross the field, which is actually something I sometimes do on this map, but not in a Badger against like 7 TDs. I'll just die on the cross. I'm too slow. So the only real option for me is to go hill. Sniping in base, I would only really recommend. First of all, you need light tanks on your team to do that because you won't get any spots on their base or on this area if your team doesn't have light tanks usually. And second of all, it needs to be a tank that has high alpha damage. If your tank doesn't have high alpha damage, a lot of the time the tank will just get spotted. You shoot them once, then they get into cover. So if you shoot them with a Badger, you're doing 440 and then they get into cover. That might just happen a few times throughout the game, and that's like all the damage you're going to get in the early game. It's only really good for something like a Jag Panzer E100 or like a 4005, where something gets spotted and they just delete it. And then if that happens a couple times throughout the game, then you have a pretty solid game. But for this tank, definitely no. And plus this thing is really good on the hill regardless, because you can play hull down. You can pen the boobies of this tank. If you have like 320, 330 heat pen, and you're shooting them on flat ground, it has an okay chance of penning if you hit it flat. So keep that in mind. If you use your gun depression though, they become much harder to pen. But something with like 340 plus penetration will go through them pretty easily if they're not angled at all. Even 330 can pen it fairly reliably on flat ground, so try to use your gun depression if you're playing against high pen guns. Yeah, they do have an arty, and he shoots at me. Cool. Alright. I'm looking at what's unspotted. They have a lot of unspotted tanks, so yeah, there's still some stuff that could potentially be here, including this I-7. This thing does not have great penetration. It's like 320 or something, which is pretty trash. Okay, bro. I think I could have aimed that slightly better, but still. And the arty shoots me again. These guys are pretty well hulled down, but I think I can get an angle on them. I just need the Badger to back off. He's the one who's the problem, because I can barely pen him at all. And he can potentially pen me. I did not even see there was an E3 there, to be honest. That is annoying. I can't peek this E3 easily because he's one of the tanks that can just go straight through me. Can you stop shooting me, for fuck's sake? Shoot, there's like 7 people here, bro. Holy fuck. Jesus Christ. He loves me, bro. Fuck off, man. And that's never gonna pen. I don't even know why I took that shot. I'm already tilted. He's just driving in, bro. He's probably gonna shoot me. Okay, we take him out. I'm still just gonna play hull down here for now. I don't want to go low yet because I'm afraid I'm gonna get deleted as I go over, first of all. And also, well, I might go low soon, but I'm just worried like these guys are just gonna shit on me if I go low, to be honest. Can I track this guy? I can, but I can't do damage. If he's permatracked, then that's really good. Because I'm a Badger. This thing can permatrack people. Its DPM is insane. Its alpha is 480, which is really good as well. I don't think I can go low right now because I'm worried my team will lose the top if I leave it. Because they have some really good tanks for up here in E3, for example. I gotta be careful of down here. They can shoot me. I can't really do anything to any of these tanks is the problem. And our team is losing the other side as well, so I'm just gonna hold here and wait for an opportunity to do damage. And E3 is like impossible to do anything to be honest. Especially with 320 pen. So I'm just gonna get whatever shots I can, try to help my team hold, but most likely this is a loss. I don't actually know what the chances are of were for that to pen, but yeah, we're getting fucked. They're gonna push in soon. Just need to do as much damage as I can before I die. Another thing about this tank, its gun handling is not very good. I'll track this guy. Maybe he's perma-tracked, then I can actually make something happen here. Nope, because the game hates me, so never mind. Forget I said anything. I need to kill his badger. I'm gonna try to play hold down on these guys, but this E3 can just pen me is the problem. Yeah. I don't know what to say, man. This team was ass, and I was getting focused by the Yardy the whole time, and they had an E3. It just wasn't an easy game. But in that situation, I just have to stay safe from the E3 and just get out whatever damage I can on the weaker targets. I mean, it wasn't really much to say, really. I just need to do damage to what I can and ignore what I can't. And try not to take damage. It's just a straight up brawl. Or not brawl, just hold down fight. We still got out 3.9k, blocked 3.5k. I didn't notice the E3 that first poke, so I took damage for no reason there. It's just a shame because my team all suicided, basically, is what happened. They had far superior tanks for playing hold down, and my team pushed it anyways. What we needed to do there as a team is just hold and not do anything, basically, and force them to push into us. And we just play behind them windmill, and I cover my teammates, basically. But yeah, that didn't happen. I don't know if there's any point in showing you the endgame stats, but I kind of do that usually, so I'm just going to show you. It's a shame that we missed the tracking shot on the IS-7 the second time. We could have perma-tracked him there. Same with the 60 TP. But yeah, we got top 3.9k damage. Pretty sick. Team. Alright. So we find ourselves on Mountain Pass, north spawn. There's 2 Arties and it's full tier 10. The first thing I'm thinking, there's like 2 spots where I would potentially go in a Badger. I'm not fast enough to cross the bridge, and plus they changed the other side of the bridge in such a way that I don't think it's really a good viable option anymore. I could potentially go south, which wouldn't always be a terrible thing, but they have 2 Arties, and this position right here, which is where I would end up playing, gets pounded by Arties, so I'm not going to go there. The last option that I have is to go Valley. I've been going Valley quite a bit on Mountain Pass recently, ever since the changes, and it's not terrible usually, as long as you're in a tank that can kind of somewhat brawl or play against enemies. Now, the first thing I look for is how much support I have. So I have 2 TDs. One's not a very good TD to cover because he can't even poke without getting deleted. The other thing is, what tanks am I going to be fighting potentially? So a lot of tanks are already lit. All these guys are lit. So they really don't have that much that could be over here. S-Conk, M5Y, and then some TDs. So what I usually like to do on this map after the changes is cross here and get to this hull down here and provide a crossfire on this corner. There's like a hull down right here, and you can make a crossfire on this corner. But I'm not fast enough to cross this gap in a Badger, and not only that, I don't think it's the best position for the Badger regardless. So this corner right here you can also play hull down on, and it's also pretty good. You're just a little bit more vulnerable to enemies just completely over poking on you, but since they have basically nothing here, I'm not worried about that at all. So I can't peek on a Yag. He will pen me. Okay, he missed. That's good. Unfortunately, that bounces because of the poor penetration of this tank. I want to focus him if possible because he's the biggest threat to me by far. He's going to completely prevent me from poking this corner. I can pen his boob, but it's not like a great chance to pen. I'm worried about the Yag. Just going to HG him for 25 because why the fuck not? I might be able to shoot up into his track. That is a potential thing I could do. Okay, he doesn't realize that he's not fully hull down, but this Yag is the problem. I'm gonna track this guy. I don't think he has hardening. No, he doesn't. Okay, now I'm in a bad spot. This Badger, okay. This guy shouldn't be able to pen me easily. Okay, he has AP. That's good to know. I was only going to get one shot in there, so I just made sure, I just decided to load HE because of that. I'm going to track this guy. He repairs. I just don't want to get double tracked. That would be the worst case scenario because I could get perma-tracked. So I made sure not to... I'm going to angle. Yeah, so I angled my hull there just to make it harder for him to, I guess, pen me. If I was straight on, then he would pen me almost every time. I want to get to this rock and then kill this guy. And hopefully my team will cover me from the Yag. I have a couple people behind me. The Yag hopefully won't be able to overpeak. And plus, even if he does, I'm mostly covered by this rock, so it should be fine. This guy's completely in the open right now, which is great for me. Now, this game is ending. Like, even if I have to take a hit from the Yag, it's okay. In a second, I'm going to think about where I should go next. I think I should turn for the STB and T100, probably. Let's see. For now, yes. Although I can go for the Yag as well. I'm gonna go for a shot or two on these guys if I can. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for the Yag. I think these guys are gonna die to my teammates. Oh, maybe not. I think I have more chance of getting damaged by going for these guys. He has more health. He's isolated more. Those other guys can get shot from various angles. I don't think I'll get there in time, and even if I do, I won't have time to get to the Yag in time after that, so it's definitely better to go for the Yag first. This was like a perfect situation for the Badger, basically. I had cover behind me, so the bridge guys, I could turn for them without getting fucked by the Badger and the other guy who was near the corner, so this was like, and I was playing hull down as well, so this is a very good situation for the Badger. In the right situation, this thing has extremely high potential because its DPM is insane. Its alpha is really good for its DPM, and its armor, when playing hull down, is extremely hard to pen for most tanks. So it's a solid tank. It's just that it's slow. That's like the main thing. And then the other thing is its gun handling. Not its fully aimed accuracy. Its fully aimed accuracy is good, but its gun handling when you're moving around and swinging your gun side to side is actually pretty terrible. You have to fully aim your shots. You can't just snapshot in this tank unless you're like point blank. So we get 7k damage and 2.3k spotting, and we got our second mark. Pretty sick. Alright, let's go on to the next one. I guess I should talk about whether this tank is actually good or not. I do think this tank is actually good. Nothing crazy, but definitely, I think it's above average for a TD. A lot of people also wonder, how does this thing compare to the Tortoise? The Tortoise is 100% better tier for tier. It's not even close. The Tortoise is completely overpowered. But comparing this thing to the Tortoise isn't really fair because the Tortoise is broken. So in comparison, this thing looks not that good, but if you just compare it to other tier 10s, it's actually pretty good. So here, we're on Abbey. I'm just gonna go fight the heavies. That's usually what I do on basically every map in this tank, with some exceptions, but usually if you're not sure what to do, you probably should go fight the heavies, if you're able to without a turret. There's some maps where it could be hard if you don't have a turret to actually fight. Especially if it's like just straight up corners and there's no hull downs. You can kind of sometimes trade with the heavies if they're in the open, but if you're on a corner, you can't side scrape in this tank really easily, so you have to kind of bait them into shooting your side and then poke and shoot them back. You can't just poke, shoot them while also side scraping like you can in an IS-4. So on Abbey 1 line, I usually don't like to play the top side unless I see that the enemy has a lot of tanks coming from there. I like to play where this KPZ is and get early shots in the beginning. Sorry, sir. You just pre-aim for this cross. Okay, he shot before I even touched him, so he shouldn't be upset at me. They do have 2 artillery who can hit you here potentially, especially if they have good arc. I'm looking at what's spotted right now though, and basically everything is spotted for the most part, and we have a ton of tanks here. So I'm going to push in. Usually I wouldn't make this push, but since they only have like 2 unlit heavies, they do have an unlit 4K. But I'm assuming he's probably in the base, but he might not be. So it's something to note. But the only thing that's been lit over here right now is an E4. Okay, he just snaps my lower plate. Sick. E4 could poke me right now. And the arty hits me, and it's a bad arty, so I'm just going to be perma-stunned for like half a minute. And there's just like a tiny little mottled little fucking flap on top of that dude. That's sick. I'm just going to play hold down. Please don't stun me already. Okay, this little shit little thing in front of there is kind of annoying. Yeah, we take him out. I'm gonna push in. This E4 is a one-shot, so yeah, and our team is pressuring the top side, so there's no sense in delaying. We're winning this flank. I need to get in there because part of the thing is with the Badger, you're so slow you can't afford to not push a lot of the time. You have to go in. Oh my god, I hate this game. I want to track this guy for extra assists. And I'm getting blocked. Fuck you, dude. Dude, actually, fuck you. I'm gonna get like one shot into him. Nice, thank you, you fucking retard. God damn you to hell. Whatever, bro. What am I supposed to do when there's fucking bots on your team? I probably could have shot him twice. I don't know why my fucking Z key isn't working. Yeah, I don't know. I'll worry about that later. And I just stopped for some reason. Okay, which means I don't get a shot on that guy. Because, I mean, I didn't try to stop. It's just like my fucking shit just stopped working. I'm gonna try to shoot this guy once. Okay, I'm probably gonna die here, but fuck it, dude. I'm already tilted. Might as well. Repair. Okay, this was the quickest route. This was a unicum play. So I mean, honestly, I probably would have done that again because I don't think I'm going to get to the damage unless I take some shortcuts, you know what I mean? I do have a Wheezy T up there. He can smack me. Hopefully he doesn't. I'm trying to stay mostly hold down. It's about to be off reload. C50M. The Wheezy TD can pen me pretty easily. I don't want to just sit here, but at the same time I can die if I don't. Oh my god. I should have waited to shoot. I didn't expect him to be so dumb. He should peek again, I think. Okay, and he's gonna peek as soon as I fire, obviously. Okay, fuck this shit, I'm going in. I am triggered already by my teammate. This game is like still close, like we're down quite a lot of HP and our team is trying to play the enemy base when they have the perch, so this game is still definitely losable. I'd like to win the top, but it's gonna be hard because they're gonna make a crossfire, and even then, like, I can get shot from our own base and stuff. It's gonna be difficult. They're not capping it, and our team's not capping, so I'm just gonna back off and play patiently. I'm gonna take a couple blinds at the I-7 and 907. Hopefully they shoot me or something so I know exactly where they are. We need somebody up here to just kill this Wheezy TD. Hopefully our team will figure that out. Maybe the 1-1B. I can't ping anybody. This game is so bugged. Easy. I was pretty sure there might be somebody there, so it's nice that we took out the I-7. I'm not gonna push up at the top yet. This 4005 is suiciding. Can I get a shot into him before he dies? Probably not, but I'll try. Wheezy TD is coming behind, which is concerning. Or not TD, Wheezy light tank. I don't want to get flanked. Also, I could get shot from there. Kind of not in a great position anymore because their Sturv is down there. Okay, he went low. That's good. I want to get unproxy right now if possible. That was a bad shot. Okay, that guy's dead. That's great. Their Sturv is not here. He's down here, so I can push this guy. Nice. The decision to stay on the top there was good. I think I'm just gonna go up top here and cover this 279. He should die soon. He's in a crossfire. So I'm trying to go up here not just to cover him, but also just to get into a defensive location because this is not a... I can't cover like 5 different areas with my fucking Badger. I need to get in a position where I can just look one way, you know what I mean? And I bounced. That's fucking terrible. No way to say otherwise. It's just bad. I'd like to track this guy with damage, but I don't know if it's possible. How is there just a random fucking tank wreck there, man? I can't even see him. I tracked him, and he repairs insta. If I had penned him once, then he would be like a one-shot right now. It's the most annoying part. I think I need to take the hit from the Sturv and just leave. As bad as it is. Okay, we should be safe now. Okay, take care of him. I'm coming over here to get hull down on this I-7. Hopefully I make it in time. I think I will. And the Artie's over there. That is fantastic, bro. Okay, so I can't play there. I was wondering where the Artie was. I'm gonna go hull down on this. Just so that the I-7 can't kill me. I want to make sure I can't get shot through there. I don't... Is he blinding that? I think he is. I don't think I would be lit. Where is the I-7 going to pop up from? Probably back down here, but he might just play it safe and go for our base or something. The biggest problem right now is the Sturv. He is like going to be impossible to deal with because his camo is so good. And he can just sit in any random ass bush and I'm a one-shot for him. I'm just going to wait here and chill. It's really a shame that I couldn't pen that I-7 the first shot and hit the rock the other shot, which I didn't know the rock was there, because then he would just be either one shot or dead. Okay, they're capping our base. I'm just gonna wait. Okay, I think I can't do shit about him there. I'm just hoping the Sturv has left over there. This is bad. If he comes from there, he'll most likely just kill me. I'm gonna back up so that I can pull forward and try to get into cover if he comes from over here. Trying to think of some other position I could go in, but I can't think of anything. I don't know what's on the cap. Probably the Artie or the Sturv. Probably the Artie. But the thing is, as soon as I try to reset from here, like, I can get shot back, can also just not light them if it's like a stirve or already with camo net. And then the other thing is they're going to be trying to flank me at the same time. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to try to do. Let me see if I get lit from that. No? I think I'm going to have to push down. This is really bad. I'm gonna crossfire. I have no idea where they are either. I'm gonna try to make it to this bush here. Nah, I'm not even gonna. This is not good. Hopefully I don't get spotted here. And I spot them. Didn't manage to track him, unfortunately. There's 2 minutes left. I do not want to draw this, bro. Damn, he was actually really close to where I was. I'm just gonna go for him. The Artie's back here too. Damn, he was literally just sitting there pre-aimed. What a fucking gamer, dude. What high intelligence play to like sit there and wait for me when your team has a huge advantage and you should try to be winning the game. Just fucking camping there instead. Excellent play by him. I mean, I don't really know what to tell you. He was literally just fucking sitting there staring at me, knowing exactly where I'm coming from. I don't know why he would expect me to push in there, because if I was going for a draw, I just would have sat there. But whatever. It was a hard situation to win. I was gonna try to double bush on the I-7, but it just wasn't possible. I had to use the bushes on the cap to conceal me rather than the bush that was right in front of me, because I couldn't shoot over the house. Uh, 5.5k damage, 1800 assist, 3k blocked. Could have been quite a bit more. I mean, not quite a bit, but like 1500 or something if things had gone slightly differently. I can tell that I'm getting tilted though, so hopefully next game I'm not tilted. Or we get Westfield. Hopefully I spawn on the top. I think I should. I don't think TD spawned low, because I want to play hull down in the north. This tank is a pretty good tank for Westfield if in the north, especially against lower tiers, because like I said, the pen on this thing is 320, which is pretty garbage. So if you're fighting against all tier 10 heavies, it can be way more annoying to get damage. But here, what I'm looking at, first, they have one arty, which is not a huge nuisance. If it was like 2 arty, it'd be way more annoying. And then I'm looking at like what kind of tanks am I going to be facing over here. So E100, that's juice. Chieftain, Proto, all these tier 9s and tier 8s, those are easy. They don't have that many heavies, they have like 4. And then the other tanks that spawn up here are the TDs. They have a Sturve, which is probably going to be annoying if I were to try to peek over the top. I'm going to play over here rather than peeking over the top. I guess it would be okay to peek over the top in the beginning, but yeah, this gun's bloom. It's not great. That guy crossed fast. I'm gonna try to go hold down on him. Okay, there's an E100. I'm gonna just shoot his lower plate instead of his turret, because it's a much higher chance to pen with my low pen. See the gun handling? It's just not great. I gotta watch out for people over peeking the top. He just penned my side. The side armor on this thing is terrible, apparently. I always fucking get penned through the side. Oh, it's because he's firing AP, that's why. Okay. I see. I should just be able to farm this E100. I'm just worried that this Torn and stuff are gonna overpeak on me. And of course this 263 is annoying, but penning him in the mantlet is just kind of... It's not guaranteed. He fired. See, it's like I'm not ever fully aimed to just shoot him, ever. I think I just have to go for turret pens on this guy for now. I'm gonna try to permatrack him. If he gets permatracked, then he's fucking dead. That doesn't track somehow. Interesting. I think I can go a little bit lower to get shots, but yeah, he fired, so it's fine. There's a Foch 155. I'm very afraid of him. He can pen me easily, and he might just YOLO. And he's shooting me, of course, because why the fuck wouldn't he? There's like 7... Okay, thank God, whatever, bro, though. Oh. Yeah, that's fucking retard, man. Whatever, dude. My team is just getting rolled over here. I think I'm gonna try to make a run for it, but I don't think I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna try to get to this side of this ridge. No, I'm dead. I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, what the fuck was that? That was retarded. Where did my team die? Oh, they went over here. Okay, I see. So these guys just overpeak. Never play here, ever. Like, just never play here, ever. It's, like, almost always just the worst position you can go to, because these guys just overpeak and kill you. And our TDs clearly did not do a good job of covering, so... I mean, I don't really know what I'm supposed to say. I just got YOLO'd by a Foch 155 who traded terribly for it, and he got out of his clip and then fucking went down to a one-shot, so... I don't think there was anything I could have done about that. I shouldn't have taken the shot from the E100, but the thing is, if he had heat loaded, he wouldn't have been able to pen me, so... Or at least it would have been really hard to pen me, because it was angled like this. Or like this or something, and he penned. But if he has heat, this is not easy to pen. If he has AP, then he can just go straight through me, my side though, so... And you know, I just assumed E100 big gun, it's probably firing heat. It's like the case 90% of the time or more. Oh, whatever, dude. Got out 3.8k before our team fucking melted to shit. This is obviously one of the weaknesses of the Badger. You can get surrounded very easily. But... And it's slow, so you can't escape, and you don't have a turret, so you can't turn your turret backwards to shoot them as you're running. It's tough. But I don't really think this was a Badger issue. I think this was just a team issue, so... And once I commit here, there's not much I can do. This was... So if you realize, or if you noticed earlier in the battle, our team was playing here. So I thought everything was fine. But then they went here and here, question mark. So that's why we just got rolled in the north. And I got surrounded, so... Yeah, just don't do what they did, and then you're chilling. Yep. One thing I should mention is when you get rolled, the Badger is still not a bad tank, usually. As long as unless you're getting swarmed by, like, 3 or more tanks. If you're just getting swarmed by, like, 2 tanks, its DPM is so insane that you still get out a good amount of damage just trading with enemies, like, 1 for 1. Because you shoot like 2 times as fast as them, and your alpha's 480, so we still got out 3.8k damage. We had trouble with the E100. We had trouble with the 263. I don't know exactly. I didn't realize that you could just penetrate through the mantlet so easily with 320. I thought it had to be higher than that, but apparently it's just all green. But it's hard to hit when he's just like bobbing up and down. Hit spots that I can pen anyway. But yeah, for this session, 4 games, 5,000 average damage, and 3,000 average blocks. The armor is really good, unless you get above like 330, 340 pen. And then 1200 average assists, and we had some close games, or a close game at least. So yeah, I don't know if I would recommend the Badger though, unless you have a bounty or bond turbo and you enjoy this kind of gameplay. Otherwise, it's kind of boring to play, even though it's pretty good. So that's all for this session, so I'll see you guys later.